We're going to talk about how to make your own rules of life. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to make our own rules of life instead of living somebody else's rules. Now, some of you might think that sounds a little crazy, and others get it, and that's okay. What this video is going to expand on it for those that get it and give you a crystal clear idea of what we're talking about and how to do it. And for others that don't have a clue, well, you're in for a treat. What is up, my winning friend? Welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, and if this is your first time here and you want the best tips on how to dominate your goals, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the bell notifications. That way you don't miss anything, and we are getting started right now.
Yeah, we some go getters.
We're getting started right now.
We some go getters.
So if you've been watching this channel for a while now, then you already know how I talk a lot about how we make every single decision based off of our desire to gain pleasure and our need to avoid pain. Literally every single decision, every single one that anybody makes is based off of those two pillars. Is this going to lead me to pain, or is it going to lead me to pleasure? And our desire to gain pleasure most of the time is not nearly as strong as our need to avoid pain. So that is a key dominating factor in all of our decisions. Another thing that plays a huge part in our decisions that also helps us decide what leads to pleasure and pain is our value system. What do we value most in life? And on top of that, what kind of rules do we set up for each value in order to meet it? Like, for an example, if you value love, what kind of rules do you set up for you to experience that value of love each and every day? Are you making it hard for yourself to meet those rules, to experience love, or are you making it easy? What we're going to talk about in this video is how to make it easy. For an example, you might be making it too hard to experience love if you say, I feel love when someone tells me they love me, or I feel love when someone gives me a hug. Like, I get it, a lot of people do that, but that is the incorrect way, because you're making it hard for you to experience love because you are placing the control outside of yourself. You're placing it in circumstances that are outside of your control. You don't control if someone is going to say they love you or not. You can't control if someone wants to give you a hug or not. But you can control your own actions. So a good way to reframe that and make it easy to meet that value of love is by saying, I feel love anytime that I do something out of the kindness of my heart. I feel love anytime I express my love for another human. I feel love anytime that I can do something out of the goodness of my heart and give value to someone else. You see what I'm saying? That makes it easy for you to reach love, because all of those mentioned are within your own direct control. It's not outside of your own control. Now, I used to think like, how do I know I got the right values in place? Well, before you can really know what it is that you really want out of life, most of the time it's better to know what you truly value. What do you value most? Because if you begin to do something that doesn't align with your values, it's going to deteriorate over time. It's going to have a strain on you. It's going to drain you of that emotional intensity that you have, and it's also going to make you feel unfulfilled, and you're going to be living for something that you don't believe in. So having those values in place, knowing what you value most, and having a list of importance, like I recommend making a list of 8 to 11 to 12 values of what you value most in life, that you will not bend or break, that you stand on no matter what. Having that list of those values and then arranging it in order of importance, like what means the most to you. Like if you value integrity more than anything, that goes on top on your list, boom, you're an honest person. You're always going to do what you know in your heart is right, what you feel is right. If you value love more than anything, have that on top. And once you get these values in place, now you'll have a lot better, it'll be easier for you to find out what it is that you really want from life. And when you do find that, you can align it with these values. That helps make all of our decisions a whole hell of a lot easier. When I started getting crystal clear on my values, like my number one value is health. It used to not be. And the thing is though, for me, I can't do none of the things that I want to do in life. I can't create the legacy that I want to create. I can't give love to the people that I want to love if I don't first take care of my health. I won't be around to do it, and the quality of my life won't be there. So I put health, my number one value, top priority, and then comes love. So all these different values play off another, and they help you reach that end desired result goal that you're aiming for. And again, set the rules up for reaching those values. Make it easy for you to reach those values, to experience those values. And I just want to share a quick story of how I did this incorrectly for a huge part of my life. So growing up, I didn't have a father. He died when I was 7. My mom never remarried or never had like a real long-term boyfriend or anything like that. So I didn't really have a father figure role model in the house. I was raised by my mom, and I guess it's led to me wanting to be accepted by everybody and be liked by everybody. And that was a value of mine. I wanted to be liked by everyone, which, as you can imagine, was not the case, and can really, it caused a lot of problems. I wasn't meeting that value, and it led to depression, ended up leading to doing drugs and eventually to prison. Did over 5 years of my life in prison, all because I wanted to fit in and be accepted by other people. And once the reason why is because I set the rules up that other people had to accept me, had to like me, had to share my opinions and beliefs. And there's a lot of people out there that do not share my opinions and beliefs, and that just do not like me. And it doesn't matter what I do, no matter how good of a person I am, there's always going to be people that don't like you. So I had to remove that value completely, and I had to change it to integrity, to doing what I know in my heart is right. That's how I define integrity. Doing what I feel in my heart is right. Doing the right thing. That to me, when I started making that a value and setting up the rules for that just doing what I know is right, everything changed because I have complete control over that, and I was able to meet that all the time. I was able to feel fulfillment. You get what I'm saying? If you enjoyed this video, and or if this is your first time here and you have not downloaded the Goal Getter cheat sheet, make sure you check that thing out right there. It's free. I highly recommend it. This is a process that I developed to completely dominate your goals. It helped me overcome drug addiction in 5 years of my life that I spent in prison to becoming a responsible father and a successful entrepreneur. And in the first step in the Goal Getter process is a lot of what we discussed today about setting up our value system, our rules of life, and also how to get crystal clear on your legacy, those end result goals. That's just the first step. We walk through the whole thing, how to deal with fear, procrastination, how to break down your goals so you're not overwhelmed, all kinds of things. It's some good stuff. Make sure you check it out. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys coming in every single video, supporting this channel. It means the world to me. This is one of my biggest passions in life, and I cannot thank you enough. And as always, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the bell notifications. That way you don't miss anything, and I will see you next time.
We some goal getters.
We're getting started right now.
We some goal getters.